Presentando al referee Arthur Mercanti. Alright fans, here we go with the WBC and WBA 105-pound Unification Championship of the World, scheduled 12 rounds of boxing. Presentando en la esquina azul, con calzoncillo gris con franja azul, introducing first in the blue corner, wearing gray trunks with blue trim, un peleador de Managua, Nicaragua. Pesando 47.6 kilogramos y weighed in at 105 pounds, con un récord de 24 victorias sin derrota, con 16 de ellos por knockout. His record stands at 24 wins, no losses, with 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing the WBA minimum weight champion, demos la bienvenida al campeón del mundo peso mínimo de la AMB, el invicto Rosendo, el Búfalo Alvarez. Y su oponente en la esquina roja usando calzoncillo blanco. His opponent in the red corner wearing white trunks, representando Tacubaya, Distrito Federal, México. Con un peso de 47.6 kilogramos, he weighed the same as his opponent, 105 pounds. Tiene un sobresaliente récord de 46 victorias sin derrota, con 35 de ellos por knockout. His record represents the longest undefeated streak in boxing today, with 46 wins, no losses, 35 wins coming by way of knockout. Welcome, the WBC Strawweight Champion of the World. Demos la bienvenida al campeón del mundo peso paja del CMB, el sensacional e invicto Ricardo Finito López. Y ahora el referee Arthur Mercanti Sr. Good evening, gentlemen. You both received your instructions for this World Unification title match this afternoon. I want to wish you both a lot of luck. Return to your corners to await the starting bell. Good luck.
The world-renowned Arthur Mercanti from New York, the vocal and demonstrative crowd behind Mr. Lopez, chanting Mexico, 9 of his last 10 wins by knockout. Alvarez, only the 3rd world champion from Nicaragua, joining Alexis Arguello and Eddie Gazzo. He's smart, he's disciplined, but is he in the same class as Ricardo Lopez? We'll soon find out. Lopez, so disciplined, always comes out with his hands held up high. Well-schooled, has a great jab and uppercut. Watch out for that right uppercut. He's the master.
Well, on paper, Alvarez has some good credentials, an excellent record, obviously undefeated, 16 knockouts, but he's coming in a couple of pounds to him, you know, 2% of his entire body weight would be rough, coupled with the fact that he's coming to 5,500 feet above sea level. He has work cut out for him. Those are just the small parts of the problem. The big part is that little man in front of him.
Very big problem. Alvarez prides himself on his strength and likes to fight on the road. Lopez has never lost. Pro or amateur, all told 86-0.
Lopez threw 3 bombs, all 3 missed, which is uncharacteristic for him. You throw 3, something's gonna hit.
And I'll tell you what, he got hit with a right-handed, didn't shake him, but let him know that Alvarez is gonna be there.
Alvarez got all the guts in the world.
Nice right hand again by Alvarez. You can see he's the stronger of the 2 fighters, clearly.
And it landed again.
Well, we thought Alex Sanchez was the best that Lopez could handle in August, but we saw what happened there. He wasn't even close to Lopez. It's an easy 5th-round TKO. We asked Lopez if Alvarez was better than Sanchez, and with a little glint of the eye, he said, you know what, fellas, I'll tell you after the fight. Very diplomatic as usual. Lopez feels he's prepared extremely well, working on sharpening his punches, his speed, and staying with his plan.
Food going in the ring, and the fight just started.
Rothenburg County knocking a piece of a pretzel in our direction. So, guys, if you're hungry, grab it. Round 1 continues.
I'll tell you what, he better not stop the fight to keep throwing things out, because we'll be here all night. They've been throwing them in every round of the last fight.
Well, the demonstrative crowd, they've been throwing little pink packets of hair conditioner that were given away as free samples outside the stadium tonight. Remember Stuttgart, Germany, when they gave away Listerine bottles, and they would throw that into the
I'd rather have the hair stuff.
Unbelievable.
Since I don't have any hair.
Okay. All right, here comes Alvarez. Try to press the attack. Lopez able to ward him off.
Right now, Lopez is being forced to box smart. Alvarez imposing his strength, physically appearing to be the stronger of the two.
And Lopez with tremendous defense, more debris. 2 items come flying into the ring.
I'd like to see a guy throw that. They should arrest him and throw him right out of the stadium. Already.
Alvarez signaling, watch out, he got on top of the head there.
Both banged heads, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, both of them bang heads, but nothing happened. I mean, amazing that he should show that.
Alvarez, again, they come together. They bang heads, now both feeling their tops of their heads.
Now you see both times, and it was hard. Not a very satisfying round with Lopez, and strong for Alvarez.
Gracias. Cierra los ojos. Vivo cuando se te deja venir, Ricardo, tus manos arriba para que estrelles su cabeza en tus antebrazos.
Keep your arms up, so if he punches, let him hit the arms, not connecting. He connected too much. That's Nacho Bernstein. It says Ignacio, his nickname is Nacho.
Y ve viendo cómo viene para que tires upper izquierdo, porque los ganchos no se los
Throw your
traga
uppers.
fácilmente.
Throw your uppercuts because the hooks are going. Let's take a look at the first butt. Bobby, you take a look at the second one. Now just keep your eyes on the top of their heads. Boom, right there. No question, no question. Bobby, take a look at the second one.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the first one. Alvarez is pressing the issue, coming forward, and here they both just bang. They're both just coming to cover and come in, and they slam into one another's foreheads. Head-on collision.
And as they come out for round 2, Lopez crosses himself and looks skyward.
And Lopez, if we can catch it in one of these things, for the public should see, he raises his arms way before the bell. Way before the bell. You've never seen that with any.
Down goes Lopez.
What a beautiful counter right hand.
A straight right hand, and Lopez down for the first time in his long career.
He is in serious trouble, Steve.
No, he's not in that much trouble.
His legs aren't under him.
He's looking like it's nothing.
First time as a pro or amateur. Ricardo Lopez tasting the canvas, and then Alvarez almost went down with a short left hook. Oh, we've got ourselves a war.
Lopez should not stand and fight with the man who's too strong for him right now. He's got to work him and fight smart.
Well, that's not his nature.
Alvarez pounding away, trying for a repeat. Here in round 2, 15 seconds in, Rosendo Alvarez able to put Ricardo Lopez down for the first time in Lopez's career.
And it was a beautiful right hand counter over a jab. It was sweet, and I can't wait to see a replay of that one.
And the attack is massive on the part of Rosendo. He's coming on strong.
Alvarez relentless.
Alvarez has to worry a little bit now about punching himself out. Conditioning and the altitude, they're all going to factor in because Lopez isn't going anywhere too quick.
Lopez priding himself on knowing not to be there when a punch comes, but he was there this time.
He just did an Ali move. He went up against the ropes and came back with a right hand off the ropes. That's what Ali used to do.
So things quieting down just a bit here after that wild start to the second round with Lopez going down.
Well, we often wondered how it would take a knockdown, and you really have seen the best because he went down resoundingly, but he got up. He looked all right to me when he got up. He did not look like he was in that much trouble.
We approach the final minute of round 2. A history-making round of the career of Lopez and Alvarez.
Alvarez, Bobby said from the beginning, looks strong. He sure did. I mean, he looked strong, and that punch was a perfect one.
It's a beautiful counter right hand there. And he's slowed down now a little bit. He's realized that Lopez has got his wits about him. It's going to take him a while. He's got to get back to work the same way he got there.
Alvarez living up to his billing. Tough, hard-nosed, aggressive. He just steps in there and slugs, and he is busy with those punches. Always coming forward.
Well, that's a landmine you can step on, because if there's one thing that Lopez does is counterpunch beautifully.
The strength factor right now here is big. Alvarez is really strong. He's been able to move Lopez almost at will. That's big.
Ooh,
there's that right uppercut by Lopez. Just missed.
That's the one.
Looking to end it there on one punch. He says he doesn't go in looking for the knockout, but if it comes, it comes. There's the left uppercut, a right countering shot by Alvarez at the bell. What a round for Alvarez.
He says he's very, very dangerous, very dangerous. You got to keep your eye on the right hand. No, it's just breathe, breathe. Keep your hands up. Remember, he's throwing the right hand over your left. Replay. Let's take a look at now. Watch his jab. Watch the jab of Lopez. Oh, didn't even get it off, and he got the right hand. Bobby, take a look at it from
It's a beautiful timing shot. He uses his momentum right over the top. Lopez's hand is still hanging out there. He didn't get to pull it back.
Take the next one, Bobby.
He timed it beautifully. Another angle. He's coming in, and you'll see Lopez stick the jab out, and he's already on his weight. See, the weight was already forward by Rosendo Alvarez, and that right hand landed clean. He never saw it. I guarantee you, Lopez never saw it.
That was a perfect timing shot. But let's go now. Boy, it's now very interesting.
Round 3, Lopez in the 21st defense of his title, going down 15 seconds into round 2 from an overhand right. Alvarez has been down once against Carmengardia, although that was really a slip. He lost balance.
Another 3 punches that missed by Lopez. You hardly ever see that. I mean, if he throws 3 punches, one of them is going to land. None of the 3 landed.
Beautiful countering shots by Alvarez. The crowd thought that Lopez won that flurry.
Well, Lopez got in a nice shot, too. Both of them were a little more slappy than they were clean. But the strength factor here, again, guys, I think it's big right now.
But since Alvarez fell back from the punch, it looked like Lopez had the advantage. I'm sure that went on the judge's scorecard as a favor of Lopez.
Although in the exchange, it looked more like Alvarez scored.
Well, this is going to be a tough one to score.
Alvarez will try to make sure it doesn't go to the cards, and Lopez too.
Well, if it goes to the card and we're in Mexico City, oh boy.
I'm already picking up my place under the table, fellas.
Oh boy.
Well, judging from the demonstrative nature of these fans, let's hope. Well, let's hope not.
After the first round, Lopez's corner said, "Get your hands up." He's landing too many times with that right hand. Second round, what happens? The right hand drops him. Go back to the corner, same thing. Get those hands up.
And Alvarez just comes rushing in with a couple of bombs. Unfortunately for Lopez, he misses. The crowd chanting in unison, Mexico, to try to charge up their man Lopez in the white trunks.
Lopez still seems to be a little more tentative than usual, but Alvarez is throwing 1 or 2 big ones at a time now, not putting together too many combinations. That's going to cost him as we get into this fight.
So often we see a guy gets an early advantage and starts to load up thinking, oh boy, I've got this guy going, and he starts to blow the rounds. You can't blow the rounds on Ricardo Lopez. You get him started, and he's a train. Boy, he is truly winds himself up to fight great.
When Jim Gray talked to Lopez earlier in the last fight, Lopez had a game face on, but he looked worried. And maybe he knew. He knew something. He's being backed up by those heavy right hands. Alvarez is very heavy-handed. A lot of strength.
But the problem is he's not landing them. See, he's throwing them, but they aren't coming anywhere near him.
No, Lopez is watching this round smart.
And Lopez also weary of what happened in round 2.
Is he weary or is he wary? Or is he weary?
You know what I mean. Straight right hand by Lopez. And a countering right by Alvarez.
See, that is that power that makes Lopez tentative, and he just got tentative and got hit.
Combination by Lopez, but that was blocked by Alvarez. The bell sounds.
échame una grasita que está en la bolsa. Cada vez que tires derecha y izquierda arriba, remata con gancho al hígado. Has metido dos preciosos.
It's precious the way you're throwing a hook to the body and to the liver and then coming up. Continue to do that. Pressure to the liver. In other words, upper body shots.
Pero la derecha me sigue preocupando, Ricardo.
Remember the right hand. He says, keep looking at his right hand. Let's look at a little give and take here. Left and right by Lopez. And then back comes Alvarez, backing him up. It's that give and take that's making this fight so interesting. All right, guide him with his left hand. Stop throwing so many rights. Left hand. Guide him with your left, he says.
The same team that trained Roberto Duran in the corner of Rosendo Alvarez. He trains in Panama. Rigoberto Garibaldi doing the talking. Round 4.
Well, I think Lopez got it much better back together in that round. And while the strength of Alvarez is causing him difficulty, still this fight is up for grabs.
Yeah, I give the first round and the second to Alvarez. Second one, obviously, a big round. But the third round was clearly Lopez. Got back to boxing smart. That's what he needs to do.
And the online scoring has Lopez ahead, 2 rounds to 1.
I have it the opposite.
I have it Lopez 2-1. It may be because of the favoritism, but the first round I gave very narrowly to Lopez. The second was a 10-8 round, of course, and then the next one evens it out 28-28 for Lopez. So I have it a draw right now.
I have a 2-point lead for Alvarez.
Nice uppercut. That, again, the left uppercut that he throws so well, Lopez.
Pretty disparate up to this point for my two partners as far as the scoring. Under 2 minutes remaining in round 4.
See, Lopez is starting to slip the shots now and get off.
He didn't slip that one. That was a straight right hand by Alvarez, right on the face of Lopez.
Can't slip him more, that's for sure.
He can't slip everything, but he's slipping the majority, and that's what gives you points. See, it's throwing in air. I mean, Rosendo cannot load up again. He's got to go back to boxing like he did in that first round, which was so close.
Rosendo Alvarez, although undefeated, thinking upset, is a nice combination to the face by Lopez.
Lopez is putting in.
Oh, beautiful
overhand right.
You saw a beautiful right uppercut by Lopez. He stepped back and rocked him with an overhand right. That is very pretty.
That just made Rosendo miss 3 times in a row.
Lopez starting to come on now, big time. The crowd behind him. Good left hook there by Alvarez, though.
Alvarez now getting slapped at one at a time. Big stuff. Will not ever get it done.
Lopez looking to dig to the body, then came upstairs with the left hook and missed.
Especially not against one of the greatest fighters going today. I mean, you can't just hope to load up on this guy.
Right uppercut.
That right uppercut has bad intention, Steve. It sure did.
And the left was blocked by Alvarez, the left hook.
And you saw him very clearly. He slipped 2 shots and he waited on the inside with that right uppercut and just misconnected. Beautiful left hook to the body. Lopez slipping the shots, getting off the combinations and blocking.
That left hook just pushed Lopez back. And the Alvarez corner loves it. Beautiful shot, right hook by Alvarez to the side of the head of Lopez. Lopez back with a straight right hand to the face. What exchanges we've been having here in the first few rounds.
These are the heaviest punching 105-pounders I've ever seen.
And the difference, I think, in the exchanges.
Oh, after the bell, and Lopez apologizes.
Rosendo is punching one at a time, whereas Lopez is punching in bunches. Let's go to Alvarez's corner. Right now, it's just a question of water, breathing. Let's listen.
Jab y upper, jab y upper.
Jab and uppercut, jab and uppercut. Not one punch at a time. When the guy's backing up, get closer to him. You got to go under. Guide him in with the left hand and then go under. Go to side.
Alvarez is pushing the fight all the time. On the inside, Lopez is trying to block, but he gets hit with a nice clean right hand. And then, as you'll see, which we're stopping, he comes out with a hook in the right hand. He's answering Alvarez's strength and good inside work. That's what Lopez needs to do.
This is the most I've seen Lopez get hit
Well, he's fighting a guy that's the champion. You know, you're talking about the best. He's fighting the best.
The crowd here at the bull ring really reacting, though, to Lopez's combinations in the last round. We're in round 5. Good block there by Alvarez with his left fist.
Might I mention, watch, Lopez has been doing one thing. He's left jab, right cross, left jab, right. He doesn't finish like he did before. The third punch is a left hook. He hasn't thrown it. Wait till he does that. Wait till he does a combination with the third punch.
Meanwhile, Alvarez showing some tremendous defense and countering.
This is 105 pounds Leonard turns.
Yep.
This is incredible.
Right off the top of the side of the head there by Lopez. Low blow there by Lopez.
Notice what Lopez has done too since he got knocked down was come down underneath the power of Alvarez and pull inside some of those big looping right hands. Smart move.
Alvarez,
nice body shot.
Yes. The left half hook, half uppercut to the stomach.
Keep him up.
Get those punches up, says McKenny.
That was a clean blow.
I think that was from it earlier.
Warned him from the last round.
That was residue.
Well, Arthur cleans up his act real good. He's one of the greatest referees in boxing. He's a credit to boxing.
And he's a pleasure to watch. He's clean.
From countless championship fights, including Ali Frazier won at Madison Square Garden.
He always had a fair shot with Arthur McKenny.
And a fair shot there. A left hook by Alvarez, and then a straight right hand by Alvarez. Pushing Lopez back. Lopez with a hard right, but it was partially blocked by Alvarez. Great defense by Alvarez.
Right now, both fighters are honing in on their defense, blocking some of the big blows, settling into what is going to be a real nice long fight.
Lopez going under everything. He gets under.
Ooh, what a left uppercut attempt there by Lopez. But fortunately for Alvarez, it missed. And a left hook by Alvarez that scores.
Right now, Lopez is winning the rounds by throwing not only more accurate punches, but a few more of them. He's got more stuff to throw at the wall, and it's sticking.
And his defense is very good. I mean, he's making him miss. He is making Alvarez miss an awful lot. Alvarez waiting for his target to stand still so he can unload those heavy bombs. But Lopez will not oblige.
As we head for the bell in round 5.
Time!
Unfortunately, these things happen. The people have been asking for this kind of fight. Unfortunately, we're friends, but the people have been asking, so it's time to do it.
Good luck in your fight.
Thank you very much.
All right, back out to you, Steve.
All right, Jim, a confident Miguel Angel Gonzalez as we enter round 6 of this dual 105-pound championship. Oh, a straight right hand by Lopez that got through partially.
And he rolled on a right hand that he got hit by Alvarez. Beautiful move. Minimize the right hand coming in and fire back and counter. Fellas, I'd love to see either one of these fighters at 200+ pounds to see what they could do.
I'd like to see him at 150.
I'd like to see him at 105. What's the difference?
I'm happy right here.
Yes, sir. These are good fighters. This is a real pleasure to sit back and watch.
Boy, that guy is thinking. Lopez is a thinking fighter.
Whoa, bouncing off the ropes.
That's not a good.
And that could be dangerous.
That's not a good idea. The ropes aren't there.
You know, he got hit with a pretty good left hook in between before he bounced onto the ropes. And a good right hand.
Low.
Keep that up now.
And the warning from Arthur McKenny.
Look at that. Something uncharacteristic of Lopez after the warning. He didn't touch gloves and threw a right hand almost as if to lull maybe Alvarez into relaxing a little bit.
This is like nothing Lopez has ever been involved with before in his entire life in the ring.
That punch was so I'm sorry to step on you. That punch was so uncharacteristic of Lopez. It's a wild looping punch. You don't see him throw those things. He's so tightened and disciplined.
I don't know if you noticed, but when Lopez walked in, there was absolutely no perspiration. I just don't know if he was ready. But he's trying to make up for it here after being put down to the second.
This is Mexico. He sure knows what he's doing here. The altitude, everything else.
You know, I guess for a fighter, too, as gracious and as much of a gentleman as Lopez is, but as accomplished as much as he has, being on the floor that early has to be at least embarrassing.
And that has to weigh amazingly on your mind. Mentally.
Yeah, we're all human, and we have emotions and a psyche that's got to be tapped into. And I'm sure right now he's fighting with a little bit more emotion than normal.
You lose your aura of invincibility in your own mind. It's very scary.
Well, I take that back from Mark Carney. Hit me right in the face with that shot. I take back all the nice things I said about you, Arthur.
He didn't do that on purpose, buddy.
No, I know.
Combination going nowhere by Lopez. It was deflected.
Ice now coming across the ring. Now that's bad.
How people could possibly be upset with this fight and throwing food and articles in the ring is beyond me.
It's been a tremendous match. Tremendous. We've had hair conditioning packets, ice, rolls, cups, tape, gum wrappers, water bottles, just about everything thrown into the ring. And I have not seen much security here. I'll tell you that right now.
The security took the empty ringside seats.
Porque al final empieza a bajar tu izquierda. Tú eres muy vivo.
Now you're not throwing your left enough.
Grasita.
He's too smart.
Grasa, grasa.
You got to throw your left more to set him up.
Ricardo, estás controlando muy bien su derecha.
You're
Pero
controlling his
siento
right
que la
now.
quiere cambiar de trayectoria. Por favor, vivo.
But remember,
no te
he
agaches
always
nada
tries
más
to
así
throw it
tan
after your
confiado.
punch.
Y cuando estás cerca de él, Ricardo, del codo, pásalo. No seas con él tan deportista. Pásalo y pega.
When he's close, don't be such a sportsman. Let him go by and pummel him. That's a nice work.
Sí, se está queriendo avivar, ¿cierto?
All right, let's take a look at the low blow. Just keep your eyes on the gloves of Lopez. Lopez will come in now. Oh, no question. No question about it. Arthur McCanny did the right thing. He warned him. He is not a dirty fighter. Neither one of these two guys are dirty. These two guys have been really sportsmen here.
You better get out of that ring fast.
Halfway through, this crowd has not been a factor as they watch perhaps the most talented fighter going today struggle, Ricardo Lopez. If anything, they've probably hurt him by throwing things into the ring.
You know, we're at the halfway point. I have it 3 rounds to 3, but that 1 point extra for Alvarez, and that gives him a 1 point lead. And clearly his big bombs are doing some damage.
I have it the other way. I have Lopez ahead 57-56, but that's because we disagree on the first round.
Alvarez is bopping shots off the top of Lopez's head, and that's got to hurt. Alvarez pushing on, pressing the attack, moving in. He put Lopez down 15 seconds into round 2. First time Lopez ever been down.
And what a clean knockdown that was.
Oh, an beautiful overhand right.
And those of you who were with us from the early bout, you saw the effect of altitude. None of that is taking effect on Alvarez. Doesn't look tired. He doesn't look like this altitude has anything to do with his condition. He's in good shape and he's roaring to go.
Oh, a straight right hand by Alvarez that got Lopez's attention. And Lopez missing with that wild left.
I've never seen Lopez miss this much or be moved so easily by punches.
Again, another wild miss by Lopez. Lopez, I think, the panic starting to set in a little bit. We've never seen this happen to him. A lot of anxiety.
Southpaw for a split second.
I noticed.
Well, one thing is, he's used to being in command of a fight where he dictates the kind of fight he's getting in. He's not doing that now. This guy's chasing him. This guy's making him fight his fight.
Right now, Alvarez is taking the fight to him. He's setting the pace. He's landing the big clean shots. There are times when Lopez lands a few more, but they're not by clarity the big shots.
Final minute of round 7, and again they come together with the heads.
But this time I think Lopez is cut. This time Lopez is cut.
If he's not cut, he's stunned.
That's a butt.
He's stunned.
That's a butt.
If there's an accidental butt, the uncut fighter gets a point deducted here in these fights in Mexico tonight.
1 point.
And there it is.
Deducted.
1 point deducted from Alvarez.
1 point.
That could be big.
Arthur McCanny knows the rules.
That's going to be a big, big point. If not, affect the fight greatly.
That's very bad.
And here we go.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Box.
And more debris comes in to the crowd, and it's just whizzing past us.
It's not just whizzing past, fellas. It's hit. I'll tell you what, I thought it was a mistake. I thought the butt was accidental. I don't think that it deserved the point, but by the rules, the point would have been taken anyway.
Look at Lopez's face now. A lot of blood near the right eye. And now Alvarez using it as target practice. And let's see, Lopez has to sense the urgency now. And let's see what he does.
Things are piling up in front of Ricardo.
That left hook landed right on the eye just now.
Lopez trying to step it up.
Toro.
Lopez to the body, to the head. Those punches being deflected, blocked by Alvarez. Alvarez fighting a beautiful fight.
High kick.
That was blocked. That straight right by Lopez with the left hand.
Alvarez's defense is astounding. He's blocking punches mid-air. In the middle of coming in, he's doing a great job.
It's almost as if he knows what's coming before it does.
Yeah. A ver, that's all. No more. No more. That's all. Stop it.
Is this antes? No more.
I think we should go to the scorecard.
Hold it.
A ver, con the scorecard. No puedes seguir como van las puntuaciones. ¿Cómo
He's
va?
going to the scorecards.
Well, if they go to the scorecards, Alvarez could win.
Could.
Sí.
Could the offer
Sí,
the
pero
board.
un pinche top, hijo de puta
Well,
madre.
it depends on who gave who this last round.
Va ganando Ricardo.
After the end of the fourth round, they go to the cards on the butt.
In the corner, they think Lopez is ahead. In the corner, they're saying, we're ahead. Let's go to the scorecards.
That might be very risky.
Very. But this is 1 point off here already, remember. 1 point off.
Lopez is perched and ready to go for round 8. 2 105-pound titles on the line. Lopez on the canvas for the first time in his career. Round 2.
That's it.
It's over.
That's a fight.
Okay.
They're going to show the headbutt now. Here they just run into each other. They just graze sides of the head to eye. And
Arthur McCanny says that's it up. They're going to go to the scorecards.
I don't see that one. Let's see. Now let's see what the scorecards say.
I guarantee you, fellas, that this fight is going to wind up being a technical decision for Lopez. But I tell you what, I have the fight 66-65 in favor of Alvarez right now.
Who'd you give the last round to?
I gave it to Alvarez and took a point off, made it a draw.
Exactly.
Alvarez was winning the round.
So I have Ricardo Lopez winning by 1 point.
Let me give you the
because
judge.
I made him a draw.
Samuel Conde of Puerto Rico, Dalby Shirley of Las Vegas, Tommy Kazmarek of New Jersey, Rick, New Jersey are the judges here, and it's in their hands. 3 headbutts.
We're going to go back and recap those headbutts because they do play a factor and stop this fight. Round 1, the first one, they just slam bang right into one another. Lopez not once again. Lopez just warding off the assault. And then in the last round, this one's even side to side kind. You watch, you go see it right there. Side of their heads as they come into one another. One hits the head, one hits the eye, and it's the eye of Lopez, and it's an ugly, ugly eye at that. Look at that. That is really, really ugly.
Arthur McCanny taking control, and he stopped it before round 8 would start. And now it's in the hands of the judges. And Bobby, boy, it's taken a long time. Samuel Conde of Puerto Rico, Dalby Shirley of Las Vegas, Tommy Kazmarek of Brick, New Jersey are the 3 judges. A very worried Ricardo Lopez, his dad Magdaleno Lopez, the cut man alongside. You see the photographers canvassing Lopez. There's Ignacio Beristain shaking his head, wondering what the heck is going on. That's the trainer for Lopez. Jimmy Lennon Jr. Right there as well, the ring announcer anxiously waiting to have it handed to him. And Rosendo Alvarez patiently waits to see if he is the new WBA and WBC 105-pound champion. At stake here is the longest current reigning streak. Successful title defenses. Alvarez, his wife, also anxiously awaiting.
He's very tentative early, and part of that being tentative, you'll see him leave a left jab out here a little too long, and bang, he gets hit with that right hand, and believe me, I don't believe you ever saw it. And he went down, he didn't go down lightly, he went down heavy. And he got up, and he had to clear his head. He was in a little bit of trouble. And for the entire fight, he remembered that right hand. You can't help but remember it.
All right, I think they're set. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. in the center of the ring.
Damas y caballeros, después de round número 7, el referee paró la pelea por razón de una cortada, un cabezazo accidental. Tenemos una decisión técnica. Ladies and gentlemen, after round number 7, the referee stops the contest due to a cut, an accidental headbutt. We have a technical decision and go to the scorecards. El juez Tom Kazmarek tiene la pelea 67 a 64 a favor de Lopez. Tommy Kazmarek scores about 67-64 for Lopez. El juez Samuel Conde anota 68 a 63, 68-63 a favor de Alvarez. El juez Dalby Shirley tiene la pelea 66 a 66, 66, even at el draw. La decisión es un empate.
So it is a draw, and things are starting to come down, and I just got nailed.